Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Larajani here. As most of you know, I am out of the building today and tomorrow at Butte Elementary, helping out the principal down there, getting a little taste of the elementary life on Valentine's Day. Hope you are all having a good day today. I wanted to put a short video together for you so you were all on the same page about kind of what today and tomorrow look like, expectations, and just kind of reminders about things that we need to make sure we're getting done so we can stay on track for our turtle dissection and stuff next week. So basically today is going to be split up into two, possibly three different parts. To start off the class, we're going to spend about 20-25 minutes getting our last chance to do any final touch-ups to our posters or to anything that we need in our journal. So remember, skeletal system, muscular system, respiratory system that we've been working on this week and part of last week. As you can see on my screen right there, I have the slides that have been on the Promethean board for the last 6 or 7 class periods. On the left-hand side, you see the important things from the respiratory system, and on the right-hand side from the skeletal and muscular system. There are page numbers and also materials in Canvas in the textbook if you need to look anything up kind of last minute. So substitute's going to keep track of time. I kind of instructed them to split the, I'm not sure who's in the building, for me today, but instructed them to, manage the time of the class and give you about 20-25 minutes to work on this. So if you need to pause the video now to do so, please feel free to do that. I'll keep these pages up for you. And when you're ready, we're going to transition into the quiz. Okay, so for the quiz, before we get going with that, I wanted to give you guys some hints and some pro tips. As always, for a quiz, I want to know what you guys know and not what the person sitting next to you tells you. So this is an individual task. You're going to get a copy of the quiz. As always, please make sure your name is on it, and make sure you're doing your own work using your own resources. You can use your journal. You cannot, however, use somebody else's journal, your assignments, the textbook, the computer. I think that stuff's pretty self-explanatory. But like last time, you are also allowed to use your group's poster. So if it isn't already, our posters need to be hung up around the room in a place where it's accessible and easy to read them. Please don't block our main doorway, but if you want to, use the whiteboard, use the Promethean board, use the other doorway as a place to hang and display your poster, you're going to need to be able to see that. So a couple things I wanted to point out about the quiz before you actually get it. So questions 1, 2, and 5 on here I have circled in red because those are questions that I really encourage you to look at your posters while you are answering. Okay, so again, questions 1, 2, and 5 will help, your posters will help you complete those. Like last time, please, let's not get a big crowd around the posters. Don't have to do these in order. If you want to start on question 6 and work backwards, okay, that's totally fine. But please let's respect each other's opportunity to work and not do anything that would be considered dishonest. The second thing I wanted to point out is please pay close attention to where in the questions it mentions point values. This is a good clue on how many things I'm looking for you to answer. So the quiz is only 6 questions long, but it equals 10 points. So somewhere in there's going to be questions where you have to answer more than one thing. And the easiest way to tell that is to look for point values in parentheses. So here you can see on question number 1, okay, the point value, 1 point, is in an orange box. That means that everything that came before that was worth 1 point. And then it continues, and there's more stuff written down, and then it ends with another point value of 1 point in a box. So this question itself would be worth 2 points, needs you to answer 2 things, each of them worth 1 point respectively. So please pay attention to that. And then last thing, I gave you guys a little hint at the top. There seems to be some confusion still about what a function is, what structures are. So your little hint there is basically functions are referring to what something does, and structure is how something is built, how it's designed, how it's shaped. So at any point in the question, if you see the word structure or if you see the word function, okay, it might be beneficial to come up and review what a function is and what structures are, okay? Please don't mix those up. Please don't get them backwards. So that will be the quiz. I anticipate that probably taking the class between 20 and 25 minutes. If you get done and there's a ton of time left in class, you've turned in your quiz to the substitute teacher, everyone else is still working, you want to respect their ability to work. One thing we need to do is we need to start reviewing a concept for our turtle dissection. So what I've done in Canvas is I have opened back up in modules. Okay, if you click on modules, scroll down, your screen's going to look different than mine because I have the teacher view, but underneath animals, which is something from last semester, there's a link that says slides from 1128 to 12/1. So if you were not in my class last semester, you absolutely need to do this. If you were in class, it wouldn't be a bad refresher, but I want you to go in and take a look at the directional terms PowerPoint, this one right here. Refamiliarize yourself with the terms anterior, posterior, ventral, dorsal, superior, inferior, all those things we talked about before we did the worms, because those are going to come up again when we do the turtles. If you weren't in class last semester, might not be a bad idea to put some of that information in your journal, just toward the back somewhere, draw a really basic picture, really basic explanation of what it is, have someone else in the class who was here last semester show you what they did, because those are going to be terms that are helpful when we do the turtle dissection. So hopefully that all made sense. Again, 20 to 25 minutes to get caught up on anything last minute that you need to do, final touches to your posters, final touches to your journals, quiz, regular quiz kind of procedures as far as how that works, and then last but not least, if there's significant time remaining, just kind of review the directional terms from last semester so we can start getting into turtles. I hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you some point next week. We got parent conferences Monday and Tuesday. Maybe I'll see you guys then. Have a good weekend.